success when it comes to art. I think it's being at the right place at the right time. A lot of it, the right people seeing your work. It's really what catapults an artist to become sellable and famous and what have you. But the advice I would give somebody is never give up, especially if you enjoy it and it's your passion. Just keep going. If it's meant to be, it will be, trust the process
Mm-hmm.
and just be true
So
to oneself, right? Don't try to be commercial because you think that sells. Do what feels right for you.
mm, what feels good for you, because otherwise nothing's going to feel good. I think a lot of the energy that comes when a person sees the painting comes from the artist and the energy they put into it, or even when they're
Absolutely.
standing over
Yeah.
your shoulder looking at you. Work. And
Okay.
I've learned some pretty interesting things from that.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Hmm.
But I don't
And
think art should be critiqued.
well, it was more like what you sort of saw in the work. And it was
Okay.
really interesting the things that other
Yeah, that
people
is
would
always
come up with.
interesting. Yeah, that's always interesting. I find that fascinating.
Hmm.
When the viewers tell me what they see in my paintings. And 98% of the times it's nothing of what I painted. It has not,
Funny
you
how
know what
that
I mean? What
happens.
they see and what they pick up, it's nothing that was intentional. It wasn't my
Hmm.
intention. It wasn't my meaning. It's really interesting. It really goes to show that it's very personal art. It's really in the eye of the beholder. Interesting. It really goes to show that it's very personal art. It's really in the eye of the beholder.
Do you do abstract art at all, or is it
Yeah,
more? I
yeah,
know
yeah.
I've
Like I was
seen your
saying.
work, but
Yeah, I do abstract. Yeah.
hmm,
So a lot of it is abstract, and the rest is like whimsical. I would describe it as. But yeah, it's mostly abstract.
that's kind of where I was sort of we're thinking what I would see in your work. And by the way, I love your owls. What is it about
Yeah.
owls?
You want to talk about owls? I'm sorry. Sometimes
Yes,
I'm
so
having a hard
what
time.
is it about the owls?
Why did I paint them?
Hmm.
Because I find them to be characters. I love animals. I'm a big animal in nature buff in a sense, and I follow a lot of nature pages on IG. And
Hmm.
going through the images, there's pictures of owls, and you see like the personalities. Like each one has such a personality. They're characters. Yeah, they're fun. They're
I
fun.
was curious because I
I
know
just
a
had
lot of.
one.
Hmm?
Sorry, I just had one Grumpy, it's called. I just had one of the owls exhibited with the Broward Art Guild last week.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah, yeah.
To let people know a little bit about the Broward Art Guild, it's one of the biggest guilds in the state as far as size goes.
Yeah, it's the
It,
oldest.
in fact, it is actually.
An abstract. Abstracts usually I have a vague concept of how I want it to look, but I don't really know how it ends. Um Clay, when I sculpt, that's usually like I have no idea how it's going to come out. That's usually like it takes a life of its own, the sculpting. That's more organic, more primal.
It's definitely
While
more
painting, a lot of the
material
times
too.
I have a vision.
They're absolutely fabulous.
Yeah,
And
they're fun. They're
I
fun.
was curious because I
I
know
just
a
had
lot of.
one.
Hmm?
Sorry, I just had one Grumpy, it's called. I just had one of the owls exhibited with the Broward Art Guild last week.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah, yeah.
To let people know a little bit about the Broward Art Guild, it's one of the biggest guilds in the state as far as size goes. And thank you to Audrey Weiss, our sponsor for this month. Maybe talk about that a little bit.
Um, the best moments are probably when you are recognized for your art, you know? Those are really the best moments, followed by selling a piece. Selling your art is always great. Yeah.
Because it seems like it's not a validation kind of thing. It's more like an admiration sort of thing. You really feel like, at least I really feel like people have seen a part of you when they see your art. Okay. All right. So, okay. Okay. All right. So, okay.
They love it. They both love it. They're both very proud and love it.
It was funny. A friend of mine who draws wildlife, sort of out of a page of Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, said that people were surprised when she drew what she drew.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Is there anything that surprises you about your work when you're done with it? Do you always know how, you always have an idea in mind how it's going to come out?
My paintings, more or less, yes, unless it's an abstract. Abstracts usually I have a vague concept of how I want it to look, but I don't really know how it ends. Um, Clay, when I sculpt, that's usually like I have no idea how it's going to come out. That's usually like it takes a life of its own, the sculpting. That's more organic, more primal.
It's definitely
While
more
painting, a lot of the
material
times
too.
I have a vision,
Hmm.
so then I execute it.
Vision always come out the way you intended it to come out, or do you have to maybe try more than
No,
once?
there's always a variation of how I intended it to come out.
Hmm.
But the most, impressive and detailed something is when I don't put any thought to it and I go into almost like a trance. I don't judge it. Sometimes as an they
The zone is a concept that I am still trying to explore. Athletes say that it's the perfect place where they can make that kick, throw that pass, and catch that ball, and everything works the way they want it to. I'm not there yet, but I'm sure trying.
Sorry,
Hmm?
I just had one Grumpy, it's called. I just had one of the owls exhibited with the Broward Art Guild last week.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah, yeah.
To let people know a little bit about the Broward Art Guild, it's one of the biggest guilds in the state as far as size goes.
Yeah, it's the
It,
oldest.
in fact, it is actually. And
Yeah,
they have their own gallery downtown in Fort Lauderdale. It's absolutely fabulous.
yeah, yeah. They
Um,
just moved.
mhm.
Did you go to their new location?
Yeah, I have not been there yet. I'm working on that.
Yeah, it's nice.
So the exhibit is at the new location. How long is it going to be there?
No, it was I just last week we finished it. It was actually at the
Oh,
library. It was at the library downtown.
okay, cool.
Yeah, I had three pieces there. One of the pieces was one of the owls.
That is fabulous. Well, for anybody who wants to find out more, all you got to do is go to Broward Art Guild online. Just Google it, and I can include it in some of our little informational ticker tape here too. So if you had, and I know there's ups and downs to being an artist.
Yeah, big time.
Would you describe for me kind of the best moment that you had when from it? I know there are the ones that stand out. If you could maybe talk about that a little bit.
Um, the best moments are probably when you are recognized for your art.
Mhm.
Those are really the best moments, followed by selling a piece. Pieces for, yourself or for a gift for the holidays. So
Yeah.
it's really a all around giving. It's really
Mm,
wonderful. And artists,
absolutely.
get to like sell their art too. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Absolutely it is. And did you contact a particular person at Zero Empty Spaces, or is there like a website or something like that?
Yeah, I think it's emptyspaces.com and the owners is Andrew Mathieu and Evan Snow.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad that you shared a little bit of your time with me today. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope your viewers will get a chance to come down and visit us.
I learned about Diwali from some really good friends of mine who live in the area. There are lots of great sources for learning about different holidays. It is a really peaceful thing to celebrate and share. Isn't it funny how many celebrations around the world contain candles and the beauty of light? Take a look around and see how many lights you encounter. It's not just a Christmas thing, it's a global thing too.